My name is Rafael, you're watching Rock and Roll Garage, and today I'm going to show you 3 movies that the legendary Pink Floyd guitarist and singer David Gilmour likes. But first, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment. Well, I wrote an article a few years ago about these 3 movies that David Gilmour likes. This information was on Gilmour's old website because after he released his new album Looking Strange, he changed the website. It's a new website with other kinds of informations, but the older website had a frequently asked questions section, and there was a question from fans asking which were some of his favorite albums, and these are the 3 ones that were mentioned there. The first one is Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, released in 1970. And it's quite interesting because, it's a movie, I'm a big movie fan, and I had never heard about this movie before I read this answer from Gilmour's website. And this is what the fact section said. He did say that is one of his favorite movies of all time, perhaps tongue-in-cheek, that it was his favorite film once upon a time. Well, so at least in a moment of his life, this movie, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, was David Gilmour's favorite movie of all time, believe it or not. This was an official answer from the website. It was on the frequently asked questions section. And this movie was released in 1970, as I said. It was directed by Russ Meyer, and it is a satirical musical melodrama that shows the path of 3 girls who go to Hollywood seeking success. However, they find only sex and drugs. It was originally intended to be a sequel to the 1967 movie Valley of the Dolls. The film was a box office success. It costed around $2 million and made an approximate amount of $9 million. And the cast had names like Dolly Reed, Cynthia Myers, Phyllis Davis, John Lazar, and Michael Blodgett. By the time that the movie was released, Gilmour already was a member of Pink Floyd for a few years and had recorded 3 albums with the group: A Saucer Full of Secrets in 1968, More in 1969, and Uma Guma in 1969. Now, the second movie that was mentioned this one is more famous. It's one of the biggest classics in the history of cinema. It is It's a Wonderful Life, directed by the legendary Frank Capra. It was released in 1946. It has Jon Stewart in the main role, and it is, I'm not a fan of dramas. I think life is pretty sad already, so I don't watch a lot of drama movies, sad movies. But this movie made me cry. I mean, it's a wonderful, beautiful, brilliant movie. I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time. I know that at least in the United States, there is a tradition. I'm not American and I don't live in the United States, but I know there's a tradition that it is a Christmas movie. People watch this movie every year during Christmas and etc. And it's a beautiful movie. It's gonna make you cry probably, but if you haven't seen, it's a must-see. It's a movie everyone should watch at least once in their lives. It's just amazing. It's fantastic. As I said, it was directed by Frank Capra. Over the decades, as I said, gets a lot of TV channels show the movie and etc. during the holidays. And there's an interesting thing that Gilmour criticized the movie industry a few decades ago in an interview with The Times back in 2002. And this is what he said. The European film industry seems to possess so much more integrity than Hollywood. Take the original version of Vanilla Sky, called Open Your Eyes, which also starred Penelope Cruz. Another great movie that was debased by Hollywood. I suppose I do prefer older Hollywood movies, such as It's a Wonderful Life. And this is what he said about Hollywood and this movie. And the movie tells a story of an angel that is sent from heaven to help a businessman that is in the middle of a difficult situation. But to give him the motivation he needs, the angel shows him how his life would have been if he had never existed. I mean, it's quite sad, but it's moving, it's fantastic. And it had a stellar cast. As I said, James Stewart is the main character. It also had Donna Reed, Lionel Barrymore, and Thomas Mitchell. At the time, the movie was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, and since then it is considered one of the greatest movies of all time. Although it became a very important movie and part of the pop culture, at the time it was not really successful at the box office, and it didn't have made much more money than what they had to spend to make the movie. And the third one that David Gilmour mentioned it was another classic, another quite sad movie, but a movie I remember seeing when I was a kid, which is Life is Beautiful, the Italian movie, a fantastic movie that won the Academy Award prize and many other prizes. It's just a fantastic movie. It was directed, starred, and co-written by Roberto Benigni, which is another fantastic artist. And in an interview, in this interview, I mentioned it from the Times. He also, when he said he preferred the older Hollywood movies and the European movies, he mentioned this movie saying, "I also like Life is Beautiful" by Roberto Benigni. He said this in the interview with the Times at the time. The movie, it's a Second World War movie. It shows a father who had to protect his son while they are in the concentration camp. It mixes comedy with drama. The movie was a success. It costed around $20 million and made more than $230 million at the box office. Amazing. And it made this movie be one of the highest grossing Italian movies of all time. It won several prizes, as I said, including 3 Academy Awards. It was the Best Foreigner Language Film, Best Actor, and Best Original Dramatic Score. And Benigni was also the first man who won the Academy Awards for a male, non-English performance. So these are the movies. If you haven't seen them, you should check them out, especially It's a Wonderful Life and Life is Beautiful. Fantastic movies. Even if you don't like drama or sad movies like me, go and check them out at least once in your life because they're worth it. They're fantastic, big classics. And David Gilmour has a really interesting and good taste for movies as well. And that's it. I hope you liked the video. If you want to read more about it, watch the trailers from these movies, you can go to the description and visit the article we wrote about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comments. And there are another David Gilmour videos about interesting stories about him, interesting stuff about his musical taste. You can go to the description. You're gonna find the links to these videos as well. Okay, thank you for watching, and I see you later.